for the first time on screen together, Carla Abellana, Rocco Nacino, and Max Collins.
Erica is beautiful, she's kind, and above all, she's faithful.
And it still hurts because you still love her.
I understand how you feel. You feel sorry for Erica.
What gives you the right to say that?
Tell me, do you still love Gavin? Yes, I still love Gavin.
To have and to hold.
The Tvwan News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome. This is Tvwan News. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, Lay Police confirm cell breakout, Marpe on NCD Hospital project, and coaching training for para-athletics. Prime Minister James Marpe has told Parliament today that the government's priority in infrastructural development is not intended to undermine the health sector in the country. Marpe made this clarification after member for Hirikoyari, Kit Idu, raised concerns regarding funding for infrastructure and health.
When responding to Irikoyari MP Kit Iduhu's questions on the floor of Parliament today, Prime Minister James Marape provided a comprehensive explanation of the government's strategic priorities. He emphasized that the government's commitment to the Connect PNG initiative is intended to improve connectivity across the country without compromising critical sectors like health and education.
I want to give assurance to this Parliament that at no time do we intend to use Connect PNG, for instance, to be priority over other relevant sectors like health department or education for that matter or any other allocations.
The Prime Minister further clarified that the government doesn't deliberately try to sabotage funding meant for health, as funds meant for health are allocated to the health department and disbursements occur each financial year as planned.
This Parliament does approve the expenditure plan of governments. Just like that, this government for the last 6 years, funds have been approved, and the sectors concerned, planning department, finance and treasury, in liaison with the sectors concerned, work in the disbursements each financial year.
Marape stressed that the government have made it a priority to ensure core expenditures for health and education are ranked within the top 3 expenditures following salaries each year.
I will make it my business to get the health minister to relate to the country on the exact allocation and actual fund transfer for medical procurement. Medical procurement remains one of our number 1 priority expenditures. In fact, Every January when our financial year starts, at least under this Pangu government's watch, we make sure health and education core expenditures up in January. They ranked in the top 3 expenditures.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister acknowledged the genuine concerns raised about the health sector, particularly medicine shortages, inadequate medical supplies, and difficulties in procurement processes. Marape said that structural issues sometimes hinder effective disbursement and procurement, including delays in foreign exchange approvals and administrative inefficiencies. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
Wabeg MP Dr. Lino Tom has questioned Prime Minister James Marape about compliance issues surrounding the proposed NCD Hospital project, specifically whether the project meets health standards established by the Department of Health. Dr. Lino also expressed concerns about the financial aspects of the project and the possibility of a loan arrangement with a Chinese company during question without notice session today in Parliament.
Prime Minister James Marape has acknowledged the concerns raised by Dr. Tom and reiterated his appreciation for Dr. Tom's previous contributions as Health Minister. The Prime Minister stated that the NCD Hospital project is still undergoing the necessary due diligence processes, emphasizing that the government remains committed to adhering to proper standards and procedures.
Sometimes I unfairly cop the blame, and I'm big enough to cop the blame of inefficiencies of systems under me. I'll cop the blame, no problem, and I go down with the blames. As a captain of the ship, I accept responsibility. But whilst if 100% fund has not been transferred, Mr. Speaker, I want to report to you and to the country. Monies meant for district hospital have been transferred to the health department. Monies meant for provincial hospital have been transferred to the health department. Even if it is not 100% transfer, some have been transferred. The national government deserves productivity based on what has been transferred.
Marape further clarified that the government's approach to financing the project is based on a hybrid model, which may include concessional loans, government funding through the Public Investment Program, or public-private partnerships. The Prime Minister emphasized that the health and safety of the people of NCD and the surrounding areas are of utmost importance. He also highlighted that Port Moresby, with over 1 million residents and serving as a central hub for the Central and Gulf provinces, urgently requires an additional modern hospital to cater to its growing population. He mentioned that the government has already made substantial progress in enhancing healthcare infrastructure, including interventions at the Port Moresby General Hospital, which is now transforming into the nation's premier medical facility.
Today we've made intervention in Port Moresby General Hospital. It is now taking shape as our country's specialist hospital. We've ticked off one of my pointers in 2019. I said no more by 2025 will we export patients to Philippines or Singapore or elsewhere. Cancer facility ticked off very soon by September 16, hopefully, when the construction is finished. Fully kitted cancer, most modern cancer facility on par with Australia, if not a little bit better than the existing Australian facilities. And I thank former Minister Lino, former Minister Twwan, Honorable Twwan, and others who assisted along the process at current Health Minister. We stick to that game plan. Cancer must be ticked off in our country. Heart must be ticked off. At government instruction, Kumul Petroleum was instructed to support this crucial, as well as getting funding from PIP.
He mentioned that the government has already made substantial progress in enhancing healthcare infrastructure, including interventions at the Port Moresby General Hospital, which is now transforming into the nation's premier medical facility. Meantime, Parliament has been adjourned to tomorrow 10 a.m. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
The late Lina Numbalihi was finally laid to rest today at 1:30 p.m. after 7 weeks of seeking justice following a death on February 8, 2025, allegedly at the hands of her partner, a member of the military, now on the run from the law. Lina Numbalihi was given a final farewell today by friends and loved ones. Lina, alleged to have been killed by her partner, a member of the PNG Defense Force, was laid to rest today at the 9 Mile Cemetery. By her side was her #1 supporter and father, Corporal Emmanuel Numbalihi, a serving member of the PNG Correctional Services. Corporal Numbalihi waited for almost 2 months for justice to be served. Today he put his daughter to rest and continues his pursuit for justice against the alleged killer, who still remains at large. Lina died on February 8, allegedly at the hands of partner Milan Kapli. Kapli is still on the run from the law. You're watching TV1 News. We'll have the day's other stories when we come back. Stay tuned.
Banking used to mean long trips, endless queues, and piles of paperwork. But now, BSP's one-talk wallet means no waits, no forms, no fuss. No BSP account needed. Just dial *131# to access your money wherever, whenever. Send, receive funds, withdraw cash at an ATM without a bank card, pay for school fees, and make top-up purchases safely and securely. BSP's one-talk wallet. Money made easy.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaro, get up a big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
The Toyota JD Hi-Ace bus comes in 14 and 15-seater high-roof luxury model powered by 2.8 liters JD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness, designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The Hi-Ace lift suspension and annular frame structure is opted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the Hi-Ace bus and experience the Hi-Ace pride, the bus that exceeds all expectations.
It's back to school with Lay Biscuits. We're giving away a massive 100,000 kina cash gift voucher to help you kickstart the year. We've got prizes up for grabs from 200, 500, 1,000, 2,000, and a whopping 5,000 kina cash gift voucher. Here's how to enter. Spend 10 kina or more on any Lay Biscuit product. Write the contact details on the back of the receipt for your chance to win. Promotion starts on the 10th of February and ends on the 4th of April. Fresh draw on the 11th of April and the major draw on the 16th of April. See selected stores nationwide. Terms and conditions apply.
Coming soon to TV1 on the first week of April, the Hiri Moale Festival 2025. From floats to parades, cultural performance, welcoming of the Hiri Lagatoi, and our final crowning. Catch the stories of our Hiri Hanenamo 2025 only on TV1.
Thanks for staying with us. But first, we tune to news overseas. American drug manufacturers are urging Donald Trump to punish Australia for a decades-old scheme that subsidized medicines. The intervention has the Albanese government bracing for another round of trade tariffs, just as it puts the finishing touches on its budget.
This leader does hold a hose. Peter Dutton attempting to wash away some coalition confusion.
I want to keep our country safe and secure.
Yesterday, the opposition leader was making the case for a referendum to give the government absolute power to deport criminals who are dual citizens, drawing a mixed response from colleagues.
This is not our policy.
Frontbenchers appeared to play down the plan.
We said we'll consider all options. We've been absolutely clear on that.
While a Liberal candidate suggested it wasn't a hot topic in Tasmania.
Nobody's talking about this here.
Today, Mr Dutton clarified.
We can tighten the laws. We do that as a last resort. If there's a change to the Constitution required, we can have that discussion.
He's 3 years in as opposition leader. He has not put forward a single policy that will make a difference to cost of living for Australians.
As the opposition constantly reminds voters, the government's election promise of a $275 cut to power bills remains unfulfilled. But it is likely to give another round of taxpayer-funded relief in next week's budget.
We have a budget next Tuesday. We'll always look towards what we can do in cost of living measures.
Underscoring the difficulty of preparing a budget in the current climate, the government's bracing for the possibility of further trade sanctions, this time on Australian beef and medicines. American drug makers have written to the Trump administration complaining about Australia's pharmaceutical benefit scheme and urging the president to target Australia when he imposes sweeping global tariffs next month. The PBS is a decades-old scheme that subsidises the cost of prescription medicines. But according to the US pharmaceutical industry, it's an egregious and discriminatory trade barrier whose damaging pricing policies are hurting American exporters. The PBS is off limits, but there are fears Australian medical exports could be in the firing line.
The economic and population growth targets the NT government has set itself are being criticised as unrealistic and unachievable. The promise is to increase the NT's population growth by 4,000 people a year and increase economic growth by more than the national rate.
With the rest of the country trying to cap migrant numbers, the Territory signs a deal to bump them up.
This is a bloody fantastic agreement. It's good for the Territory economy, it's good for Territory businesses.
The deal between the federal and Territory governments will allow local employers to bring in 1,500 workers to fill shortages in 300 professions.
And we can't wait to see this new wave of migration come into the Territory.
The NT government says the deal will help it meet economic targets and help the NT economy outperform national economic growth. It also wants to increase the Territory's population by 4,000 people per annum.
What we're doing is we're opening up the Territory to the broader investment sector. We're actually inviting businesses to come in.
But with the economy and population both lagging since the construction of the Inpex gas plant more than a decade ago, the targets are being called into question.
4,000 is very ambitious. I don't know if we're going to get there, but I think there is a real chance that Territory could start to increase its population.
The Labor opposition have questioned whether there are enough incentives for workers to stay in the Territory long term. Soon after the government signed the deal to increase migrant numbers, they also moved to prevent community service workers from transferring long service leave from one job to the next.
We are not going to see people stay in the Northern Territory if they can get the work entitlements that have been offered in other jurisdictions.
Experts also warn the NT government's debt is a big problem. It's now so bad the government is removing the cap which stopped debt rising above $15 billion.
Look, it is problematic because it's not fiscally sustainable.
With the government hoping migration is the answer, it remains to be seen how many people will make the move.
Rising power bills and reduced solar feed-in tariffs are helping to fill a bomb in home battery sales. However, battery installations are still way behind rooftop solar, prompting calls for a national subsidy scheme.
Rooftop solar's a common sight in Australia's suburbs. Now rising power bills and cuts to solar feed-in tariffs are fueling a batteries boom.
So in some instances, houses are getting 1 or 2 cents. Even in some scenarios, they're paying for power to export that to the grid.
Kevin Wen used to get 15 cents for every kilowatt hour he exported to the grid. Now he gets 3 cents.
That's the main reason I decided to install the battery.
4 million households and businesses have rooftop solar, but only about 1 in 12 or 320,000 have a battery. 75,000 units were installed in 2024. That's a 47% increase on the previous year. The purchase price is still a big barrier, with a battery system costing on average about $10,000. While there are no interest loans available, only the New South Wales and Northern Territory governments offer subsidies. That's prompted calls for the federal government to fund a national scheme to dramatically reduce the cost of batteries for consumers.
There's a saving not just for the householder, but for the whole community. That's because we're taking pressure off when electricity prices are high.
This former Deputy RBA Governor is calling for an end to band-aid solutions like energy bill relief payments.
You could repurpose that money to provide them with the opportunity to get rooftop solar, batteries, to provide much more long-lasting insulation from energy prices.
Disconnecting homes from a volatile energy market.
Tvwan News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Banking used to mean long trips, endless queues, and piles of paperwork. But now, BSP's one-talk wallet means no waits, no forms, no fuss. No BSP account needed. Just dial *131# to access your money wherever, whenever. Send, receive funds, withdraw cash at an ATM without a bank card, pay for school fees, and make top-up purchases safely and securely. BSP's one-talk wallet. Money made easy.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, P&G and Mia. Find P&G made.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever. Yes! From small dreams to big possibilities. The One-Talk Jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
That's crazy. I mean, this is like military.
You want to fight with me?
This is gonna be a rough 5 days.
I'm Jimmy Smith, a professional mixed martial arts fighter and former math teacher from LA.
I don't need a warm-up. I'm set.
I'm Doug Anderson, an Iraq war veteran and rookie fighter from New Jersey. This is our Fight Quest.
Watch Fight Quest, only on Fight Sports.
Welcome back. Back home, 20 remandees in the late Top Town police station broke out of their holding cell in the early hours of this morning. The Metropolitan Superintendent, Chris Kuyambang, confirmed the escape, saying a small exhaust was smuggled in and used to cut through a window. Kuyambang said the discovery was made during the 2 a.m. cell inspection, outlining that the breakthrough was during a time when the police personnel rotate shifts. Almost 30 children are awaiting the completion of a double classroom in Kwali Murubu village in the Rigo Central Local Level Government. The elementary students are being taught in a semi-permanent classroom built near their teacher's home in the village.
The education sub-project of a double classroom for children in the Kwali Murubu village is one of 12 sub-projects in the Rigo district prioritized by the local communities in the wards. This week, the Rural Service Delivery Project and United Nations Office for Project Services undertook site visits to 4 key sub-project sites, including the double classroom that is still in various stages of construction. The site highlighted the impact of community-driven development in the Rigo Central Local Level Government. The total cost of the education sub-project, which is the double classroom, is valued at 123,000 kina 255. This cost is counter-funded by the Rigo Central LLG, who have allocated for RSDP sub-projects a total of 278 kina 639.
The community have built a time-bin classroom near my house. At this moment, we are attending school near my house, where a single classroom was built. The delay of completing this classroom, it's not a problem. It's just because of the funding, district DDA funding was given to the National PMU, Project Management Unit. They are dealing with the funding. So all our documents are up there, still waiting for them to release the funding down.
Kwali Murubu is an accessible ward beside the Magi Highway. The construction of the double classroom commenced in October of 2024, with the dedicated community working through the festive season to ensure quicker completion. 14 people from the community have been working on the construction of the classroom, with only 2 skilled carpenters who are paid and 12 unskilled youth who are not. However, the ward itself has decided to pay the youth a stipend for the work they do.
That's not the manpower. The manpower are with the unskilled workers. So when the unskilled workers were not paid or were not what they lay off for within this how many weeks or months. So when those things are settled, then I believe this classroom will be completed within a week. Except for the carpenter, the skilled carpenter is paid by the World Bank, the funding that comes out from the World Bank. Yes, they are paid, but the unskilled ones, they are just giving and helping the carpenter. But as the committee saw that they are doing the most work, so committee came up, did a breakup to also pay for the unskilled carpenters, because they're the ones who's doing the work.
The funding for the sub-project unfortunately does not include furniture such as desks or chairs for the children. So once the classroom is ready for use, they will need assistance to source these essential items. However, the construction has come to a halt due to certain hardware items such as additional roofing that needs to be procured and delivered to the project site. Maricela Kelleton, TV1 News.
Furthermore, the teams from the Rural Service Delivery Project and United Nations Office for Project Services also conducted site visits to Jidubada and Saroa villages, whilst UNOPS conducted a separate site visit at the Kwikila District Medical Waste Incinerator Project.
In January of this year, a major milestone in healthcare waste management was achieved, with the groundbreaking ceremony for a new incinerator shed at Kwikila District Hospital. This initiative is funded by the government through the World Bank and implemented by the United Nations Office for Project Services in PNG and the National Department of Health. A site visit by UNOPS on Wednesday, 19 March, revealed through engagement with the contractor, Coffee Solutions Limited, infrastructure progress for stakeholder insight. A similar site visit was also conducted at the villages of Gidobada and Saroa. This time, the UNOPS, with the team from the Rural Service Delivery Project, visited sub-project sites that housed 2 rainwater catchments. The sub-projects facilitated together with RSDP are community-driven development initiatives implemented by the Department of Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs. The sub-projects facilitated together with RSDP are community-driven development initiatives implemented by the Department of Provincial and Local Government Affairs. The sub-projects are counter-funded through respective district development authorities. In the rigorous central local level government, 12 sub-projects are being implemented. This includes 7 double classrooms, the 2 rainwater catchments visited, 2 community aid posts, and a solar lighting project. Maricela Kelleton, TV1 News.
The Moapa Levapuka community gathered in a vibrant showcase of tradition for the Tovi cultural celebration and certificate launching. The event highlighted the Tovi traditional dance, a sacred performance passed down through generations.
At the Voro Oneria Maupa United Church ground, the Tovi traditional dance took center stage as dancers adorned in traditional attire moved in rhythm to the beat of the kundu drums. The highlight of the event was the performance of the Tovi dance on the coconut trunk, a breathtaking display of agility and tradition that has been carefully preserved for centuries. The National Cultural Commission, represented by Festival Executive Manager David Time, recognized the cultural significance of the Tovi dance, presenting a certificate of acknowledgement to the Maupa Levapuka Tovi Cultural Association. Association Chairman Avis Vanua, in his keynote address, emphasized the importance of preserving this traditional dance, calling on young people to embrace and carry forward their ancestral heritage. A particularly emotional moment came when 74-year-old Lawa Vanua, one of the last pioneers of Tovi dances, performed his final dance. Although he did not walk on the coconut trunk, his presence was a reminder of the dance's legacy. As part of the cultural celebrations, Clan Vali Pakuna performed the iconic song Wana by Ronnie Galama, a tune that, along with Rinunu, was a major hit in the 90s. Despite the minister's absence, the spirit of the Tovi traditional dance was alive and strong, with the community proud to showcase its cultural roots. The Tovi traditional dance, once honored by Queen Elizabeth, remains a powerful symbol of strength, unity, and history. The Maupa Levapuka community looks forward to welcoming Minister Belden Nama next week as they continue to celebrate and preserve this unique tradition. Maricela Kelaton, TV1 News.
And now to the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at 0.2468 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying 0.2393 US dollars, 0.3738 Australian dollars, 0.2117 euro, and 35.23 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, all closed higher except copper closed lower and copper closed this day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. And that ends the news segment. Later in sports, Gumaru Garamut embarks on trial and PNG OC appoints chief de mission.
We are the people, connected to our land and sea. Timeless and enduring, it has served past generations, sustains us today, and will support those of tomorrow. A testament to human ingenuity. It can be shaped into limitless forms. It reflects our humanity, strong yet vulnerable. It teaches us to endure challenges to fulfill our purpose. Past technologies inspire us to look inward for creativity and sustainable solutions for the future. It brings families together, fostering moments of connection over shared meals. Known and cherished worldwide, the clay pot is a universal symbol of life, resilience, and connection.
Hey, do you know that Cellmoney gives you twice the Digicel credits you recharge when you top up your phone with Cellmoney?
Yes, I have the good news. So now I put 3 kina in my phone. I receive 6 kina credit.
Well, that's why now I like to top up 5 kina, because I receive 10 kina. And then I use my credits to call, send text, or get data.
Let's go to a Digicel store or Cellmoney agent today. Deposit money in your Cellmoney wallet to top up and receive the double credit.
Dial *888# to do it all with Cellmoney.
Cellmoney, do it all with Cellmoney.
It's a new season with new beginnings and new hope, all for the same dream. It all starts now. The NRL Telstra Premiership. Let's go!
All right, let's go. This March, team up for an all-woman-powered blockbuster adventure.
A weapon more powerful than you could ever imagine. There's one more thing to do. I need to destroy it.
That woman deserves her revenge.
Where's Bill? Time to save the universe? Absolutely.
Every Saturday, make a date with Hits Movies.
The world comes to party and play.
It's about flair.
Extraordinary stuff.
It's electric.
Carlos came to play tonight.
It's all American.
Pretty plain sailing for Ben Shelton.
Success takes desire.
Oh, sensational. Spare everybody's best.
It hurts.
And it is a game that slips away.
It doubters.
Welcome back. The draw has been confirmed for the OFC Women's Champions League 2025 at the OFC Home of Football today in Auckland, New Zealand. The competition, which will be hosted in May by Tahiti from the 4th to the 17th, will again see 8 of the best women's club sides in the region compete to be crowned champions of Oceania. The winner will also qualify for the inaugural FIFA Women's Champions Cup, as well as boost their chances of participating in the first ever FIFA Women's World Cup to be held in 2028. Group A is Fiji's Women's FC drawn alongside Henderson Hills FC of the Solomon Islands, Vanuatu's Penema Tigers FC, and Tupapa Mararena FC from the Cook Islands. Defending champions Auckland United from New Zealand headline Group B, which also includes host nation team AS Pure Pensa of African Samoa and Hekari Women's FC from Papua New Guinea. The PNG Under-19 Garamoots gear up for a tour to Brisbane on Friday, 21st March. The team departs Port Moresby to participate in the trial matches as part of their lead-up preparation for the ICC Men's Under-19 Cricket World Cup East Asia Pacific Division 1 qualifier in Japan next month.
The Brisbane Tour allows the Garamoots to compete against strong opposition, fine-tune their skills and gain valuable match experience ahead of the World Cup qualifiers. Ahead of the team's departure to Australia tomorrow for the important warm-up games, the Chief Executive Officer of Cricket PNG, Richard Dunn, expressed confidence in the team's readiness towards their trial and World Cup qualifier. Dunn said the Garamoots have put a lot of efforts into preparations, and Cricket PNG is confident this tour will provide them with crucial match experience as they get ready for the World Cup qualifier in Japan next month. He added that Cricket PNG is grateful for the continued support from Pacific All Sports, Cricket Australia and Queensland Cricket in ensuring PNG players get the exposure they need at the international level. Garamoots coach Kilapala also shared similar sentiments, adding that is important of the upcoming events, and this tour is crucial for his side's preparations. The Garamoots Brisbane tour includes 450-over matches, including 2 midweek back-to-back matches, as will be the case in the Division 1 qualifier. The game starts on Monday, March 24th, and ends on Sunday, March 30th. Pala said players have worked hard in training and now they have the chance to put that into practice against quality opposition. It's a fantastic opportunity to test their skills and continue their progress as a team. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
Badminton PNG is excited to welcome 2 international guests from Badminton Oceania, Danny Hoard to BOC Development Manager and Isaac Suz, a retired para-badminton player and 4-time Paralympic champion. Over the next 6 days, they will conduct coaching and training sessions for para-athletics, leadership training workshops for local youths in schools, and engage with local partners, communities, and special schools.
As the leading partner in the GYMBAD program, overseen by the Team Up Australia Aid program, BOC aims to create opportunities for individuals with disabilities and provide experiences that they might not have access to. Danny Ord expressed excitement about returning to Port Moresby and noted the positive development of the GYMBAD program, which has seen participation numbers doubled since his last visit.
So Badminton Oceania, we're the lead partner in the GYMBAD program, overseen by the Team Up Australian Aid program. So this program aims to create opportunities for people with impairments, to create other opportunities and experiences for them that they wouldn't normally experience.
On the first day of training, 17 participants with disabilities and 3 local coaches engaged in a dynamic training session. The activities included a visit to the National Orthotic and Prosthetic Service PNG, where Vitec provided support and guidance to 2 para-athletes, Jerome Bunge and Danny Tan, in an uplifting session.
Deaf Olympics, so having them come along and enjoy badminton is a great sign. And for those that have already been in the program for at least a year, seeing their personal development has been amazing.
This initiative exemplifies the collaboration between Badminton PNG, the PNG Gymnastics Federation, Interplus Australia, and New Zealand and Team Up program.
We do have an annual, biannual para badminton competition. It's our continental championship, so that's where all the Pacific nations are invited to come along and play. So this training camp is building up towards that later in October, and hopefully we see a big, strong Papua New Guinea team heading over to Australia in October.
Terry Longwood, Tvwan Sports.
The Papua New Guinea Olympic Committee Board has appointed its treasurer, Elaine Lorivi, as Chief de Mission for Team PNG at the Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games. The PNGOC said the appointment was decided during the PNGOC board meeting held in Port Moresby last month.
President of PNG Olympic Committee, Emma YY, expressed confidence in the ability of newly appointed Chief de Mission Elaine Iorive to lead Team PNG. YY said Iorive's appointment demonstrates her exceptional leadership capabilities, commitment to sports, and PNG Olympic Committee's strategic vision, making her exceptionally qualified for this critical role. Iorive has extensive experience in sports and communities in PNG and in New Zealand, where she formerly worked, which makes her the ideal candidate for the role, and she is expecting her leadership to guide PNG athletes to success in Glasgow. Iorive, when accepting her appointment, showed her enthusiasm for the role. She said it is a wonderful honor to serve as Chief de Mission for Team PNG to Glasgow 2026. Iorive is committed to ensuring that PNG athletes are well prepared, motivated, and ready to represent Papua New Guinea with pride on the world stage. As Chief de Mission, she will be responsible for overseeing all aspects of Team PNG's participation in Glasgow 2026, ensuring that athletes and officials are well prepared and supported throughout the event. Meantime, preparations for Glasgow 2026 are underway to ensure a strong and competitive presence at the Commonwealth Games. The Glasgow Games is scheduled to take place from July 23rd to August 2nd, 2026. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
Wojtek, as a retired para-badminton player and a four-time Paralympic champion, representing New Zealand, is currently in Port Moresby thanks to a collaborative initiative involving Badminton Papua New Guinea, the PNG Gymnastic Federation, and Interplus Australia and New Zealand. Jateg is accompanied by Danny Wood, the Badminton Oceania Development Manager. Together, they are conducting coaching and training sessions for para-athletics, offering leadership training to local youth in schools and visiting various communities, including special schools around Port Moresby.
Wojtek's journey from a professional footballer to a decorated Olympian is nothing short of extraordinary. In 2001, while playing for SC Fortuna Kern, an unfortunate injury, a collision with an opposing goalkeeper, resulted in multiple fractures and compartment syndrome in his knee. The injury, which was initially underestimated, led to the amputation of the leg due to delays in medical treatment.
I started my journey as a professional football player, lost my leg, and then I became a track and field athlete for Germany. Won 4 gold medals, I think 2 silver and 3 bronze or so. And then I started a new journey. I sailed around the world for 5 years and arrived in New Zealand, and I started my new journey as a badminton player. And I wanted to qualify for Paris 2024 for New Zealand, and I was successful. So I went to Paris to the Paralympic Games for New Zealand, and that made me very proud.
Despite his life-altering setback, Wojtek's resilience shined through. Just 11 months after his amputation, he broke the national record in the F42 long jump at the German Championships and won the T42 100-meter event. 2004 Paralympics garnered him 3 gold medals, followed by another triple gold achievement at the 2006 IPC Athletics World Championships. In 2019, Wojtek relocated to New Zealand, where he transitioned to para-badminton. His dedication and hard work culminated in May 2024 when he was selected as New Zealand's first ever badminton representative for the Summer Paralympics, a milestone that filled him with pride.
Just signed my professional contract, and in my last non-professional game, a goalkeeper jumped in my leg and injured me very intense. And this injury you have to operate in between a certain time. It happened too late, and this is why I was amputee and became a above-knee amputee.
He emphasized the emotional turmoil during post-amputation, stating how he struggled with the feeling of incompleteness and a desire to give up. Wojtek's journey serves as a beacon of hope and motivation for any individuals, particularly those with disabilities.
Didn't want to live anymore because I said I am not a complete man anymore. But I overcome this because I had the right people around my side, opening me new doors. And one new door was the Paralympic sport. And this is where I start to live again. And I had a passion, I had a goal. And being in PNG, I see a lot of the same. You don't need to be amputee. You can have a disability. But life is hard for people with disability in PNG.
Wojtek's visit to Papua New Guinea is more than just a coaching trip. It's a powerful reminder of resilience, determination, and the transformative power of sports. His story ignites hope and drives change, compelling individuals worldwide to realize their potential, regardless of the challenges they might face. Terry Longwood, Tvwan Sports.
And now the weather forecast.
Southern, Port Moresby, becoming cloudy with few rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Momase, Ley, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Vanimo, becoming cloudy with showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau and Kavieng, partly cloudy with possible few showers. Kokopo, Rabaul, mostly cloudy with showers and possible thunderstorms. Highlands, Mount Hagen, cloudy with heavy rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Coral Sea, sea slight with northeast to southeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. Solomon Seas, sea smooth with southeast to easterly winds of 5 to 10 knots. Bismarck Seas, sea smooth to slight with southeast to easterly winds of 5 to 10 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas moderate with northeast to easterly winds of 10 to 20 knots. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, Kiwai Island, Kerema, Yule Island, Hood Point, Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And waters of East and West New Britain and Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1 meter.
And that ends the news tonight. Pleasant viewing. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our